And the thing is, it's funny how the writer is often the last person to know. I always think that there are two different kinds of fiction writers. There's the kind of fiction writer that wants to write about his or her own life and use characters that he or she really knows and write down real conversation. I have friends like that, and I really avoid going out to dinner with them or telling them anything personal. And I feel that I'm the other kind of writer. I'm the kind of writer that wants to escape. I don't want to write about my life. I want to find another world. And that's how I felt as a reader. I mean, I became a writer because I was a fanatical reader. And I read to escape my life. But I have to admit that because all of these characters are part of me, I always feel like it's as if I threw a mirror down on the ground and they became 1,000 pieces and every character was me. My life and my subconscious get all tangled up, and I suddenly find out certain things about the book that I didn't realize when I was writing it. For instance, I wrote a book called The Ice Queen, and it was about a lightning strike survivor. And I truly didn't realize until I finished the book that the place where she had been struck by lightning was the same place where I had cancer. So that was kind of a shock to me, and I realized I was writing about being a survivor without telling my personal story, kind of telling it in a mythic way. And, also people ask me, in that book why it's a lot about the weather, and in my family we could not talk about emotions, and so instead of talking about emotions we talked about the weather in a very hysterical way. And so I grew up to write about the weather, and actually my brother grew up to be a meteorologist. So it's very strange. And actually, don't tell him this, Fran, but when I well, he knows this. When I finished the book, I realized that the main character in The Ice Queen, her brother, is a meteorologist, and so is mine. How odd was that? So I had to call my brother and say, listen, I don't want you to be upset or anything, but the main character is the meteorologist. But don't worry, he's not you. He's nice.